What's up, YouTube fam? This is the CommonTerry vlog where I like to use familiar scenes from movies and TV shows to illustrate biblical truth. Let's get it.
You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight?
In the 1995 movie Braveheart, Mel Gibson gave what is considered one of the greatest movie speeches of all time. Playing the legendary William Wallace, he gathers his fellow countrymen and points out that although their freedom gives them the opportunity to live as they please, their freedom also gives them the opportunity to take action for the benefit of others.
Many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Freedom! My favorite excerpt from this speech is this: "You have come to fight as free men, and free men you are. But what will you do with that freedom?" I like to bring one aspect of freedom within the Christian life, and that is this: our freedom in Christ was never meant to just simply set us free. Christ has given us freedom with the implication that we will take it and use it for His glory. I like this quote by Martin Luther on Christian freedom: "Although the Christian is thus free from all works, he ought in his liberty to empty himself, take upon himself the form of a servant, be made in the likeness of men, be found in human form, and to serve, help, and in every way deal with his neighbor as he sees that God, through Christ, has dealt and still deals with him." Wow. I think Charles Kingsley simplifies this quote best when he says, "There are two freedoms. One, the false, where man is free to do what he likes, and two, the true, where man is free to do what he ought." Can you believe in some of Paul's writings, he actually uses the concept of being free and being a slave at the same time in the same context? What? Yeah, it can be a little confusing. But let me explain. Yay! Paul says you have been set free from sin and have become slaves to righteousness.
I'm free, I'm free. Dang it.
As Christians, we are free from sin only to become slaves to righteousness. Now, Peter uses the concept of freedom and slavery in the same context like this: live as people who are free, not using your freedom to cover up for evil, but be servants to God. As Christians, you are free, but you're not free to live as you'd like. You're free to actually live. Only true life can be found in Christ. Now, before you get all crazy about the term slave, I'd like to point out that in this context, we are not talking about being slaves to a master who is manipulative and controlling. Listen to the master himself. This is Jesus Christ speaking to his disciples. "I do not call you slaves anymore, because a slave doesn't know what his master is doing. I have called you friends, because I have made known to you everything I have heard from my Father." So no, we don't have the title as slaves, but the principle remains: serve God. Serve Him through a loving relationship with Jesus Christ. Serve others, love people, forgive, seek Him, pray for others who are hard to deal with. Share the gospel. Come on, share the gospel, people. Come on, let's go. I'll leave you with one more freedom verse from Paul. "Although I am a free man and not anyone's slave, I have made myself a slave to everyone so that I can win more people." That's what it's all about. Fight the good fight. Don't just lay down on your freedom and just go to church and just sit there and do nothing. Come on, don't be one of those people. Let's use our freedom that Christ has given us to actually benefit others, to actually go out and share the gospel, to be a witness, to be a light. So I'll say the same to you. You have freedom, but what will you do with that freedom?